Hello, Lego lovers, and here is something a little bit different, or a lot of bit different, maybe. And this is actually an architecture Lego set, and I'm reviewing it because I built it up myself. And yeah, so this is set number 21057, Singapore, and it is $60 in the US about, and 827 pieces, but as you can see by the size of this, they're going to be a little bit smaller. So first of all, the reason why I bought this set is because I always wanted an architecture set, and this one kind of popped out at me because of the color. And there's another YouTuber that I believe lives in Singapore, and, there's a little thing. I don't live in a big city, so I'm never going to buy my own architecture set because I cannot imagine them doing that. Um, but this also has a lot of neat parts to it. So lots of good reasons. And it was my first experience. I like experiencing different sets, so let's check it out. First of all, I don't know anything about Singapore, unfortunately. The instruction booklet does come with information on what all the different places are and etc etc. I don't know about the accuracy and stuff, so I'm just going to give you my review on exactly how I felt about my first architecture set, I guess. And yep, so basically these sets are kind of like Skyline, even though it's not accurate. They just kind of take important or cool looking buildings and put them into a skyline and then build it up. And of course, we got lots of skyscrapers because they're tall. But let's kind of get back down here to ground level. And there's one thing I want to mention right away. Because this is fairly thin and just kind of no technic really, it is kind of flexible, and that can be annoying at times. But you can see down here we have Singapore, and that is a printed part, thank goodness. If it wasn't, that would be a little disappointing. And then as you can see just right off the bat, there's water in the front to represent, ocean or lakes, rivers, whatever. Just gives it a nice kind of beachfronty type look. I'm not sure, again, if that's accurate. But I know there's like trees, and these are like metallic trees actually, I believe, and this is what they're using to represent them. And one reason why I wanted to buy this set is for these magenta wheel parts, which I think are really cool. And I think you get another set of 4 in a different design of those. And you see they're using these down here as trees, really cool. And then some crazy prints, as you can see, they're using it to do windows. Just a nice little building design here. And you get all these printed pieces. There's tons of them in this set. I'm sure people that build at this scale just love this set and love the parts. You have a different building here, and I just love the shaping. Obviously, this isn't a huge, set, so you're just looking at small buildings. And then we have, of course, down here, lots of little houses. They look pretty nice. Love the coloring. It represents something that's famous in the city, which I think is cool. I actually love the smattering of trees around. Just think that's really cool. And then one of these buildings, again, these are printed pieces, and that is just 1x2 bricks on top of each other. Not too much for building experience there, but once we get to some of this other stuff, there definitely is. So first of all, this building has tiles that represent the windows, and they're on both sides, and they also have kind of a newer part in that kind of curved kind of brick almost with no studs. And then we have this white building here, which I think is really cool. You get a lot of the shaping and angles, and I think one of my favorite things was actually just building this set because it uses different techniques just because you're building at a different scale. Then you have this like 3 skyscraper thing, which I believe is connected on the top, so you can kind of see detail on top. I think is pretty cool. I think that's supposed to represent a pool there that they have up top there, which would probably be insane to be in. Maybe a little scary depending on who you are. But we're going to flip it around to see what we got on the back. So the back has some nice texturing here. The back here is not too good because it uses those inverted tiles to kind of get a smooth shape. But for what it is, it's still, it's the best they could really do. This building looks the best from both sides, but that's probably because it's a little more simple. And one interesting thing is some of these buildings are attached quite differently. As you can see, this one is really just clipped on, which can be kind of annoying because it makes them kind of wobbly. And I believe this one, you can see, is again a similar kind of clip type thing. I'm probably going to regret taking these off. These are a little more natural, as you could say, with how they're built. And that is pretty much the whole set. So what do I think about it? Well, one, I think I really enjoyed the build experience. It was definitely different because obviously you're used to building buildings or rooms or apartments or something or other, and then you have micro building. So if it's your first time getting into micro building and you don't know if you're going to display it at all, this would be a fun set to kind of just build up and use the parts for, because you're getting all these printed parts, which I think are only in this set. I think these were in some other sets perhaps, but look at how many you get too. And then these parts are great for roofs. Lots of transparent dark blue 1x4s. Overall, parts-wise, I think it's a pretty good one. It is a little pricey because you are getting all small parts, but the fact that they threw in nice prints and stuff like that, I think really makes it pretty cool. And to be honest, I do love how this looks. I don't know if I'm going to take it apart. I personally don't have a connection to Singapore, but this just looks cool. And yeah, so I might keep it together. Not 100% sure. Depends on how I feel over time, but that's pretty much my review for this set. It probably is good to get it on discount, but if you're looking for kind of an architecture set where you just want to build it up and it has good parts, as far as I've seen, this is one of the better ones to get, and it's pretty recently come out. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you're into architecture and you know way more about this than me, I'm sorry, I'm just reviewing this set. I apologize. If you know a lot about Singapore, same thing. I apologize. I'm just reviewing this as a Lego set from my point of view. But I think it's really cool and I really enjoyed the build experience. So if this is something you'd want, go out and get it, obviously. Otherwise, thank you for watching this video and hopefully you'll check out more of my videos. Thanks again.